thank you all for coming out here, especially sitting here in the drizzle and rain. You really must be our friends and family. We have 3 more songs, and we want to leave you on a hopeful note. When we're talking about social justice and the problems that we see in the world and the change that we want to create in the world, it can get really heavy, as you just heard in that last song about the Bhopal chemical disaster. The next song I wrote a few years ago, and it's actually our Songrise debut of this song called Pilot Light. And it feels like an appropriate time for us to debut this song because it's pretty dark right now. And this song is about that small light that always burns inside of you. And if you think about those times when you were truly incensed, you were just full of righteous indignation and went out to the streets and marched in the Women's March and marched in the March for Our Lives and in the Black Lives Matter protests, and all the times that you left your house and went out to the streets and really said, this just can't be that way. Well, we can't do that every day. I mean, maybe some of us can, but most of us can't muster that kind of energy and that kind of anger on a minute-to-minute, day-to-day basis. And if you think of that as like a big fire, a big flame, but then you think about the way that we can sustain that social justice energy, that energy for making the world a better place, we need to keep a small pilot light on and be ready to kind of burst into flames when our voices are needed, but always remember what our core values are and the importance of human dignity at all times. So this song has various references to the refugee and immigration crises over the past several years, and it probably needs a few new verses, unfortunately, for things that have happened more recently. But you'll hear in this song references to the Syrian refugee crisis, to Trump's Muslim ban, and to the families being separated at the U.S. border. So I want to invite you all to keep on your pilot light after tonight, and we also have 2 more songs after that, encouraging you to rise up and for us to all be part of creating the peace and wholeness that we